Hey friends, I'm so excited to share with you the Rabbit Hole Designs August release. These products are so cute. These are just some of the items. I'm so happy that these are the ones I ended up with because they totally speak my language. So first, let me start with this. There's the Falling Leaves stamp set. It is a 6x6 stamp, which is great. And of course has these beautiful leaves, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. And then it comes, you can get dies to coordinate with the stamp set, which is so awesome. So you can just die cut a whole bunch of leaves. And there's a stencil that goes over the top of this to color with. And there are hot foil plate pieces. These aren't called dies. What are they? Hot foil plates, I guess. Anyways, I only have a few of them because this is what the designers get, but it actually has a huge bundle of them. So this is just a handful of them. Okay. Then there is this adorable stamp set. This is the Fall Foxes stamp set. It is to die for. Like, I love this stamp set so stinking much. It is adorable. Look at, there's a little mushroom with a little snail. This little fox is all cuddled up in a bunch of leaves. This one is wearing a cute little scarf. And of course, there are dies for every image and a fall die, which cuts out this big sentiment here. And then these sentiments are so cute. Leafy sidewalks and crispy morning air, or crispy, crisp morning air. And then fall is my second favorite F word. Friend is my first. And it's fall, y'all. I love the sentiments. I think they are so cute and the products are adorable. So we're going to make a card or two. And well, I have 2 cards coming out for the release today. So the time that you're watching this video, the release actually happened yesterday. I've already shared a card over with the Rabbit Hole. However, today is the day I'm doing the video for you because I am currently, at the time of recording this, it's like way before, but when you're watching this video, I am going to be at the old county fair with my daughter, getting pigs settled in their pens. So we'll probably have story time and get into that. If you're brand new here and you've never been to my blog or my YouTube channel, welcome. We're happy you're here. Just so you know in advance, I tell stories about my life while I craft. So this is kind of like a card making vlog versus just like tutorials. That's just how I roll. It's what I like to do. And the people that hang out with me here have become my friends, and we welcome you into the crew. We would love for you to hang out with us and be our friend as well. All right, let's get busy and make some of this stuff. Oh, by the way, the links for all of this is over on my blog. I'm not an affiliate of the Rabbit Hole Designs. I am on the Rabbit Hole Designs design team, but because I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I can't take any compensation. So when you place an order with the Rabbit Hole Designs, if you can let me know, I would really appreciate it because then I can let the owner know, and it just lets her know that me creating videos and doing blog posts is helping her company. She's a wonderful lady. I know her and I just think she's fantastic. And so it is really nice for me to be able to let her know, like, hey, something I did is helping your company, because that's what it's all about. I love helping small business and all of us working together. All right, let's get crafty. Okay, let's get into making these fabulous cards. I started with my original Black Misty here, and I am stamping in Daffodil Delight ink all over this Falling Leaves background stamp, and then I am going to smush it down, and I'm going to stamp this a couple of times just so that my lines are nice and clear. And then we're going to use the mask to do some or stencil, I guess is what you should call it. We're going to use a stencil to do some ink blending, and I'm going to show you a new product that I found through my friend Kelly. I think it is brilliant and it works fantastic. The only complaint I have about it is that it's stinky. When I brought this up to her, she was like, I didn't notice the smell, but I'm like, oh my Lord, I can totally smell it. It stinks. This is it right here. So it's basically a huge piece of photopolymer, and it's like kind of got little teethy things on the bottom, and then the top is just sticky. Guys, this thing is brilliant for holding stencils in place for ink blending. No more tape, none of that mess. All you have to do is put your paper down, it sticks to it. Put your stencil down, it sticks to it. By the way, you can get ink all over everything and it will just wipe off. Amazing. So we're going to use Lemon Lolly ink to start blending these leaves. And then I've got a little blending brush from the Rabbit Hole Designs, and I am using that. And then I'm going in with a mini blending brush or a small blending brush from Stampin' Up, and going back in again with that little brush from the Rabbit Hole. And I'm using pumpkin pie and daffodil delight and I think a little Cajun craze and some crumb cake. And I'm just kind of like making these leaves all kinds of colors. Oh, and this is Granny Apple Green. So I just wanted a very fall feel to all of these leaves, and you can see with that, I'll show it again, so don't worry. It's very sped up because this video was an hour and 10 minutes long. And listen, Linda, listen. If you don't know the reference of the Listen Linda joke, you gotta look it up on YouTube. Google or YouTube, little boy listen Linda. You guys, you're welcome. It will be the best thing you've ever watched. So anyway, here I'm putting a bunch of a bunch of cardboard down all over the place. I used the little inserts from the stencil. I put some pumpkin pie in a spritzer with some alcohol, spritzed everything. Then I did that with some Cajun craze, and I got both colors. Now we're going to go back to that. You'll see it again. But for now, I wanted to go back to this one while the other one dries, and I'm using some of my Fine Tech watercolors, and I'm going over the top and just splattering with this beautiful gold to give even more interest to this background. I love how this background turned out. So this video is sped up exponentially in several parts, and that was one because I wanted to show you as much footage as possible, but also recognizing that this video was extremely long, and I just did my best with the editing, let's say that. So here I'm just cleaning my brush off and kind of letting this dry, and then we're going to go into another piece of basic white, and I'm using Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight, all those same colors. I'm using them again to create a little bit of blended cardstock because I'm going to die cut my little leaves on them, or heat foil them and die cut them. Apparently I cut that entire part out. So I actually heat foiled them, which I didn't show on film because I have no power at where I film. I only have it over on another table. And then I die cut them. So the cool thing about these leaves is there's a stamp set, a stencil, dies, and hot foil pieces, and they all coordinate. Yes, you can be amazed because I was. So here I am inking up these guys in the Hero Arts Intensified Black ink. I decided I wanted to stamp all 4 foxes. I'm only going to show you me coloring one fox, but I did sit and color all 4. This brought me immense amounts of joy. Like, I can't even tell you how much joy it brought me to sit and color those little foxes. So then on this little ink blended piece where I die cut the hot foil pieces out, I am going to stamp some more of the leaves, and these are teeny tiny ones. I'm not hot foiling these. I'm just stamping them in the black ink, and then I am die cutting them with the little fox die cut. So these stamps I showed you in the beginning of this, they all have coordinating dies, and the leaves have all the other coordinating stuff. The possibilities with the falling leaves stuff is literally endless. This is the best product line of fall stuff I personally have seen, like fall leaves, I should say, in a long time. First of all, they fit my style. I really like the whimsy, cartoony, cute style. I like that better than like the realistic looking stuff. And so if that's your style too, you'll love these. Second of all, the fact that they coordinate with so many different pieces that you can do so many things with it is amazing. And then if you get the fox stuff in addition to it, I mean, you're literally hours and hours of endless card making possibilities with just those 2 stamp sets. So I will link to the Rabbit Hole Designs. I do need to say I am not an affiliate with the Rabbit Hole Designs. I am on their design team. There is a difference. So I do not earn any money when you purchase through the Rabbit Hole Designs. However, if you do place an order with the Rabbit Hole Designs, because of what you've seen here today, I would super greatly appreciate it if you would email me and let me know, because it lets me be able to let the owner know, and it just allows her to know that the things I'm doing for the company are working, and that might help me secure my position on the design team. Design teams are only 6 months long. So after 6 months, they basically evaluate you, or this one is, I should say. Some are longer, some are shorter. But they can evaluate you and decide, that they don't want you on the team anymore. And I really don't want that to happen because I love this company. So here I am using my W markers, W5 3-in-1. And coloring that beautiful warm gray color on the fox, coloring red for the top of the mushroom and some of those warm grays for the bottom of the mushroom. I went with a darker green color for the leaves and the snail, and for the fox, I really struggled with my colors. I wasn't sure what color combo I wanted to use. Okay, here are those 2 finished backgrounds, and here's how I kind of came up with my colors for the fox, which is backwards from what I showed you. I'm not sure how that happened. But I'm showing it to you here. I hadn't colored. Somehow I got the video messed up. Anyway, I ended up using E39, now I can't even remember. This is why you write things down. Well, there you go. Anyways, so here I've got 2 separate pieces I cut with the deckled rectangles, and I'm going to make 2 cards using these pieces, and that still leaves me that whole other panel to make other cards, right? So I just wanted to kind of show you, like, taking the time to make some different backgrounds was really fun, and then now I'm able to get more than 1 card out of it. I could have just used each panel for 1 card a piece, but I really wanted to stretch the effort I put in, so that's what I did here. Adding all of these beautiful little leaves tucked in wherever I can, and then I will use that good old press and seal technique to hold them down. Actually, that's a lie. I decided not to. I just remembered this. Guys, see, this is what happens. I videoed this like a week ago, and I'm just now voiceovering it. I decided not to use press and seal because those bigger leaves are hot foiled. And if you're not careful, you will pull the hot foiling off of the cardstock. So I didn't want to use press and seal because I was afraid it was going to lift my hot foil right up off that cardstock, and I would have been devastated if that happened. So, so I ended up not using the press and seal. What I did is I took a photo of this arranged exactly how it is, and then when it was time for me to put it all together, I went ahead and looked at the photo. Here, I was trying to decide how I wanted to do things. I went ahead and I ended up using Daffodil Delight cardstock, cutting a deckled rectangle trim piece. I left these 2 pieces together just like they were before, and then that just allowed me to add a little bit of more interest and dimension to this card. So I'm die cutting it, and then we're going to ink blend it a little bit, which again just adds a little more texture, a little more dimension. I just couldn't put it down flat without any ink blending on it, so I went ahead and added a little ink blending. And then we end up doing the sentiment, and then we make the other card. We're going to get 2 cards in this video, so hang with me. Do we have story time? Yes, we have story time. I have Fair Pig updates, okay? So at the time that you're watching this video, the pigs are on their way to the fairgrounds to get settled in, which probably means me, my husband, and my daughter are tired, a little grouchy, and hopefully remembering to keep our patience with each other in an attempt to get these pigs loaded into the trailer. We had the pigs weighed yesterday for me, which would be Thursday, the 20th. We had the pigs weighed, and they weighed, see here, I took the picture. They weighed 221 pounds and the other one 217. Okay. In order for your pigs to be marketable pigs and be shown as a market animal and not a feeder pig, they have to be at least 220 pounds. So yay, we've passed the 220 mark with one pig, which means by Tuesday he should only be fatter than that. And then the other pig is 3 pounds away. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to have 2 marketable show pigs that will be able to go to auction. Lord, I am praying. So that has been our life. Like, we are living, breathing pigs right now, feeding them, making sure they make weight, keeping them cool, because of course, when it's hot, pigs do not like to eat and drink water. Okay. Like everybody, none of us do, right? When it's 100 degrees out, you just don't have quite the appetite you do when it's 80 degrees out. So this being said, my daughter is spraying them with the hose. We have a fan on them 24/7, trying to keep them cool. We're feeding them wet feed to get them to eat as much as humanly possible. Yeah, all the things, everything we can be doing, we're doing supplements, like everything we can be doing, we're doing. So that's what's happening in the pig/fair life. I have to share really quick, in the Creative Vault, we had an epically fun stamp and chat with Sister yesterday, which would have been the 20th. You're watching this, of course, fast forward to the 26th or 25th is when you're watching this. But me and my sister sat down and did a stamp and chat. So what that consists of is me making a card and her and I just chatting away and enjoying each other's company about things going on in our lives and stories and all of that. If you're interested and you don't want to miss out on another stamp and chat in the future, or you don't want to miss out on other fun Creative Vault stuff that's happening, make sure you join. There's a link below the video. It is a subscription program. It's $14.95 a month. It is 110% worth the money. You get a coloring class with Kelly Taylor, who is super talented. She's a Copic coloring artist. You get a class with my friend Tracy, who does some sort of 3D project. Right now, everything's Christmas in July. And so Kelly did a coloring Christmas thing. Tracy did a Christmas thing. My friend Tina then does scrapbooking. So she did a Christmas scrapbooking layout thing. It's 2 layouts actually. And I'm doing a Christmas class that's going to be like gift cards and fun folds. So anyway, you won't want to miss out. It's going to be awesome. And you're going to love it. Okay. The one last thing I have is to share, because we're running out of time. We're getting low on time, is that I just want to thank all of you. There are so many of you that have been so insanely supportive of my adventure in creating. And I don't know if you can tell, but my creative mojo is like on point, you guys. Like, seriously, the cards I've been making lately, I'm just so pleased with. I'm so happy. I feel so fulfilled in my craft again. And I want to just do a future video. I will kind of report in on the status like of how things are going with Stampin' Up, because I know there's been a few people that have asked. Yes, I'm still a Stampin' Up demonstrator. But some of you have asked like, well, what is your business like now, or how are you doing things? So we'll talk about that in a future video. But yeah, I just cannot thank you enough for all of your love, all of your support. You guys are amazing. I'm so thankful for the friends I've created here in this community. And is anybody else being driven crazy by the mini dimensional backing that's in the middle of the fox right now? Because it's making me nuts. Okay, back to the card really quick. I'm going to add some of these cutesy pootsies. Now, I got this crystal katana. I freaking love this thing. This is the best tool possibly I've ever had. Because when you go to stick something down, it sticks to the paper. It doesn't stay on the thing. And then the other end is for like poking and pushing things around. I love it. Love this thing. So the little container you see up there is from the Rabbit Hole Designs, and it's their little, I guess it's a sequin container. I can't remember what it's called. I'll link to it. But I freaking love it because you can just pour all your sequins right back into your bag because it has that little like lip thing. Super awesome. While I'm adding sequins, I also want to address another couple of comments that I got, which were really funny and made me crack up. One of you, well, two people, but one of you in particular said, "You have a beautiful summer glow." And I laughed so hard because I am like the whitest person on the planet. I have super white skin, and you can see, oh, look, here's the finished card. Have to show you. Beautiful. Love it. And then we're going to speed things way up and do a second card. So, I have to say the compliment like made my day because I am such a ghost, like whitey white. And I guess this is just like the aging process. You pick more pigment up maybe when you age. I don't know, because in my videos I noticed, man, my skin does look a little darker. So anyway, and you can see all my freckles have popped out too. They're really bright and showy. So anyway, thank you for that. I don't know, I'm all full of the love today. Thank you all so much for all your love and kindness. Here, I'm just putting my little frame on my ink blended piece because I want to figure out where to stamp my image. And the one thing that is super like particular about this design team is our friend Marianne, the owner. She is very particular about sentiments being straight on. So unless they're intended to be crooked, which my last one was. So anyway, I really double checked this. That's why my big old head went right under the camera, is because I double checked this to make it sure it was really nice and straight for you. And this sentiment is so cute. Fall is my second favorite F word. Friend is my first. Aw, so cute and funny. So that's the other thing. Rabbit Hole Designs has a lot of like kind of funny stamps that are a little bit sarcastic and witty. And I really like that because that's my personality. All right, so here I'm just going to add more Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to pop it up. Then I will add my little fox that's all finished up with his coloring, and then I'll add my leaves, and this card will be finished. So these are my 2 design team cards for the Rabbit Hole Designs for this week. I do have a couple more that will show up for you in August using these same stamp sets. And I just love them. I absolutely love how these stamp sets came together. These cards came together. These stamp sets are beautiful. Love the product. If you want to purchase any of it, fantastic. If not, that's okay too. The rest of the products I use for the most part are Stampin' Up, outside of course, the Misty and the Crystal Katana. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for spending some of your valuable time with me. I know this was a long video. If you have any comments about the cards and anything you'd like to see in the future, just drop it in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.